Welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alex. Please like, subscribe, and comment below with what else you'd like to see from my channel. I am here to help. I am here now with a flow that will help you to get into your middle splits and open your hips. Let's begin in a child's pose. We'll bring the big toes to touch, knees are wide. Relax your hands forward, reach, and lower down, arrive in your space. Bring awareness to the present moment by becoming an observer of your breath. And gently take over as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that once more. Inhale, breathe in. Do your best now to breathe exclusively in and out through the nose as best you can. Press your way up to a tabletop. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Hands will be shoulder width distance. And we are going to draw circles with the torso. Lower the hips down to the right. Move through a modified up dog, leaving the knees down to the left and back. So big circle with the hips. You can tuck the toes and start to stretch into the bottoms of the feet. Let's switch directions. Play with the weight distribution in the hands and slow down the breath. Okay, neutral spine somewhere in the middle. We're going to do one cat-cow. Inhale, press down through the hands and arch the back. Long exhale, scoop the tailbone round the back, tuck the chin. Neutral spine. Reach the right leg back and up. Keep it hip height. Let's bend the right knee and draw some circles out and around. Big circle with the right knee. Elbows are a little bit relaxed so that you can try to level the torso. All right, tabletop. Find some stillness and feel the right side. Compare it to the left. One cat-cow. Inhale. Let these grow. Long exhale. Pull the stomach in. Tuck the chin. Neutral spine. Let's extend the left leg. Lift it up. Make sure you're balanced evenly between both hands. And then bend the left knee. Out and down and around. Keep the back of the neck soft. Look just in front of your hands on the mat. And breathe through the nose. Okay, tabletop again. One cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, pull the stomach in right away as you press the hands down. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes, press up and back to our first downward dog. Let's keep the knees soft as you pedal through the feet, bending one knee at a time. Pressing one heel at a time down. And let's walk up to the top of the mat. Relax over the legs. Separate your feet about hip width, maybe even wider, and then bend the knees so that you can relax over the thighs. Move around. Take whatever you need. I'd like to bend and straighten both legs and lift one heel at a time. Toes and heels touch. Relax over the legs. And right away, pull in the core to round up to stand. and arrive. Bring the palms to touch, heart center, and reconnect to the breath. Create good posture, shoulders down, soft expression. On an inhale, reach the arms overhead. Lift up, look through the hands at your ceiling, reach. Long exhale as you bend the knees and forward fold. Right foot steps back to a lunge. It's a big step to the back of the mat. Left knee stays over the left ankle. On an inhale, lower the right knee, draw the shoulder blades back. You'll feel the right hip flexor. Exhale, press back, try to straighten both legs. They might not straighten, that's okay. Shift your weight forward into a lunge, the back knee stays up. Lunge twist, right hand down, left arm up. Fingers spread wide, reach. Left hand down, step up to your forward fold, and press to stand. Arms overhead, seal the palms, engage the core, reach straight up, like you're pressing a button on the ceiling. Reach. And bend the knees, forward fold. Start to scan the body right to left so you know how to balance out. Left foot back to a lunge. You know we're going to move, but establish here for a moment. Right knee over the ankle. Lift up onto fingertips. Back leg is trying to straighten. And we will lower the left knee. Shoulder blades draw back, and you're stretching your left hip flexor. Press into the front foot, the hands, and try to straighten both legs. Now if the back leg is straight, lift up under the toes, bend the right knee. We are back in our lunge. Lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm opens up. Bring the right hand down to the mat, step up. The feet are going to separate about mat width and use a block to either balance on or sit on. Yogi squat. Bring the palms to touch. Press them together. Use the elbows to keep the knees apart. Shoulders are down. Relax through the breath. Feel the sensation grow. Lift out of the arches. One more good breath. Full round. Hands to the mat in front of you. Straighten out the legs. Bring the toes and the heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Long, flat back. Shoulders roll away. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft or starting to open up. Press up to stand and arrive. Stand tall, confidently. And we'll turn to face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet so that the ankles are beneath the wrists. Hands to hips and bring yourself forward for separate leg stretching. You can swing like a pendulum, holding opposite elbows. Just find some organic movement that sounds good to you. I like to kind of bend one knee, and again, I like to lift one heel at a time. Okay. Place the right hand on the mat in front of you. Press down through the outside edges of your feet, and right hand presses down and to the right. We're going to twist open to the left, using some core strength, using some arm strength to press with the right hand. And release, switch sides. Every day is different. I'm feeling not so twisty today, but we'll get there. Press down through the left hand and the outside edges of the feet. Switch sides. breathe against the constriction you feel. And right hand down to the mat. Bring your hands to your hips and lift up to stand. Palms are touching. Reach the arms overhead. Pull in the core to try not to not let the back sway at the bottom. Hold the left wrist with the right hand and pull up and to the side for a diagonal stretch. And lift back up. Switch sides. So relax the shoulders, draw in the core, and pull. Use arm strength from the left hand to reach and lift. And come back to center. Release your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, let the hands float away from the body, opening up through the shoulders. You can soften the knees out if you'd like, if that's too much on the hamstrings. Release the hands, place them on the mat in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and walk your hands through the legs. They might not go very far. Maybe there's something you can grab, like a couch or, I don't know, coffee table. Relax the head and the neck and just do what you can to reach through the legs. Palms are sealed on the floor. Relax the head and the neck. Let gravity lengthen the spine. Release. Hands to hips so you can carefully lift yourself up to standing and then meet me at the top of the mat. Toes and heels are touching. Engage the lower belly. Core is gently drawing in. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Seal the palms, index fingers out, and just reach straight up. Lift up and out of the waist. Bend the knees, swan dive forward. Right foot back to a lunge. Set this up, draw in the core, strong back leg, and then lower the right knee, shoulder blades draw back. Long exhale. Try to straighten both legs. Lunge, left knee over the ankle. Lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Left hand back down to the mat inside of your left foot. Lower the right knee. And we are going into lizard. You can stay propped up. Lifting the back knee is going to be a little bit more intense. You can gradually lower down to forearms. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath. Try to quiet the mind. Try to relax the shoulders and the temples. If the thoughts begin to wander, just bring it back to this inhale. Pause. And this longer exhale. Smooth out any tension that arose. Press into your hands to help yourself sit up. Bring the left foot between the hands. Tuck the right toes. We're back in a lunge. Press into the left foot. Lift up for a crescent lunge. You can keep your elbows soft. We want to focus on the lower body. So the lower belly draws in. Deep bend in the front knee. Exhale, float the hands down to frame the left foot. And we're going to go into a pigeon from here. Continue to walk the left foot across the mat. You want to feel this in the left glute. Do your best to square your hips to the top of the mat. And we will slowly soften forward over the leg. Release the temples. Pay attention to your thoughts. Hip openers have a tendency to make you think about people and emotions, so just an awareness of that can help you to know more about yourself. It's a big part of yoga, probably the part. Just self-awareness. Let's continue to breathe and soften out any tension that might have revealed itself. Press into your hands to sit up. And we will return to a lunge. Tuck the right toes, press into the hands, and bring the left foot between the hands. Press up to the top of your mat. Relax over both legs. Squat. Separate the feet, heels in, toes out. Start to eliminate the extra movements, fidgets as you have opened up, but compare right and left. Shoulders down, lift the arches of the feet. Hands to the mat. Unbend the legs, toes and heels touch. Relax over the knees. Press up to stand. Find a pause as you create good posture, shoulders down. And then inhale, reach the arms overhead. Lift straight up. Maybe the hips bump forward slightly for the gentlest of back bends. You want to feel this in the torso, by the hips. Lift up and forward, fold. Left foot back to a lunge. Set this up, give it just a couple of seconds of the knee over the ankle, the back leg feels strong. And then lower the left knee, shoulders draw back. Press it back to pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back. Lengthen the neck by lowering the chin. And then shift forward to a lunge. Left hand down, right arm up, lunge twist. Right hand down inside of the right foot. Lizard lunge. So the hips will open up. Don't worry about them being square as much as you want to lengthen out. Feel the right hip and give it time. Don't want to force this, so allow a couple of breaths to let your body catch up. Remember, the back knee tucked will be a little more intense. Soften down as you will, as you wish. This inhale, this longer exhale. Smooth any tension out. press into the hands, and toe heel the right foot in between the palms. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Establish your foundation. Press into both feet, especially the front one. Lift the upper body up, stack the shoulders right over the hips, and relax the arms overhead. Feel a little bit of strength. This flexibility requires strength to be useful and vice versa. One more reach. Leg, arms, and hands float down to frame the right foot. And transition into pigeon on the right side. So the right knee will be behind the right wrist. The foot is across the mat. So someday the right shin is parallel to the top edge of the mat. We're going to try to square our hips to the top of the mat. You'll feel this in the outside of the right hip, the glute. Let's soften forward over a few rounds of breath. Relax the jaw, relax your temples and your thoughts. Bring it back to the breath. Let's smooth out any tension that either snuck in there or revealed itself. Longer exhales. Press into the hands. Start to release. Tuck the back toes and bring the right foot between the hands. Return to a lunge. Pull in the core to align the hips now that they're all loose. Press up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Lift the tailbone, let the head and the neck be heavy, backs of the legs long. Separate the feet and squat down. Malasana, heels in, toes out. Lean back. Lower the palms and really seal them. Don't keep a little secret in between them. Hands back down to the mat. Forward fold. Over the legs. Bend the knees, pull in the core right away as you round up to stand and arrive. Stand tall, let everything come back into good posture. So lower the tailbone and pull in the core. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet again so they are underneath your wrists. Hands to hips and forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat and leave the left hand down. Let's twist open to the right. Press the feet down. And switch hands. Make sure the spine is nice and long. You might need a block to be able to reach the floor. I have really long arms, so I'm just kidding. Well, I do. Okay, press down and open up. And hands to the mat. Keep the feet flat. Bend into the right knee. Feet are pointed forward. Ground down through the left edge of the left foot. You should feel your left inner thigh and possibly the ankle on the outside. Breathe. Use your hands to help prop you up. And you're looking down toward the mat. And switch sides. We're going to crawl over, adjust as you need to. feet are pointed forward, and you're bending the left knee. So we can stretch the right inner thigh, the outside of the right ankle. And come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips so you can safely stand up. Heels in, toes out. Bend both knees, hands on top of the knees to press the legs away. Lower the right shoulder down, pull the left one back, and press the right leg away. And switch sides. Let the left shoulder lower down, press the left inner thigh away, right shoulder blade pulls back. And come back to center. Let's straighten the legs. Step your feet together. And then make your way to your mat. Still facing the long edge, we're going to do frog pose. Start out in a tabletop. If this is too much, you can do a straddle, forward fold. You can do those inner thigh stretches. You can do a butterfly even. For frog, you are going to start in tabletop and walk your knees apart. You might put pillows underneath. And a block is handy here if you need it. So you can come down to your forearms. You want a right angle with the knees and a right angle with the ankles. And you're pressing down and away with your hands. It's like my skirt. Okay. Press back. Relax the temples, relax the thoughts, lengthen the breath. Can you soften anywhere? Maybe it's a clenched hand or your jaw. One more good deep breath. Lengthen the exhale. And release. However you can push forward and fall through. Okay, good job. Let's bring ourselves to a tabletop for a moment. Neutral spine, and let's do one cat-cow. Oops. Inhale. Open up the front of the body. How different does this feel? And exhale. Scoop the tailbone. Press the hands down. Tabletop. Here we go, guys. That's what we showed up for. Let's do middle splits. Place your hands on the mat. Bring your feet on the mat. And we are going to start with the feet pointing forward. Keep the soles of the feet down. And you are just going to walk the feet apart. We want the knees pointing forward. You want the inner thighs reaching for the ground, not the heels up. So here we go. Start to lower down on a block, a bunch of blocks. Walk the feet apart. Try to keep the feet flat until you can't, and then you can let the heels open up. Okay, go. Breathe. I'm doing this with you. Soften out any tension you might be feeling. Know that if your arms are getting tired, they will be stronger for next time. Not too much longer. Relax the jaw, relax the temples. Just a couple more breaths. Okay, we did it. Oh, however you release from this, that's how you release from this. Bring the legs back together. Ooh. Let's face, put yourself back on the mat long ways. And lean back and let yourself windshield wiper the legs a little bit. Good job. Let's do a reverse tabletop to complement the hips opening. So press down with the hands and lift the hips. The head and neck can go back if that's okay with you. And sit down. If you've got your block, bring it with you. Let's sit on the block in a comfortable cross-legged position. The knees are just slightly below the hips, and your hips are really open right now, so you are all set to meditate. You are all set to accomplish whatever you need to get done. It's good stuff. Sit up tall. Connect to the breath. Inhale, reach the arms above your head. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee, and pull with the left hand. You might need to be on fingertips with the right. Release through center, arms are wide and up overhead. Reach. And exhale to the left. Left hand behind you, sit up tall and twist. Release through center. Let's take one closing breath together. Inhale, lift up, seal the palms. Slowly lower the hands down. Your third eye center reminds you that you can trust your intuition. Hands down or up to your heart center. Thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful just to do what I do. Please be sure to subscribe and comment, like, get in touch. I am here to help. I will see you all soon. Namaste.